Namaskar. สวัสดีค่ะ My subject today is also about women, but looking at a different angle. Unlike the Valmiki Ramayana, the Thai Ramayana begins the story in heaven. Nontuk, a yaksha, whose duty is to wash the feet of all devatas, wishes to revenge them because they teased him by pulling out the strands of his hair as he bends down washing their feet. As soon as Nontuk is blessed by Shiva with a diamond finger that can point and kill, he kills a great number of the devatas. Narayana, in the guise of a beautiful apsara, tricks him to dance and point the deadly finger at his own self. Before dying, Nonduk says that it is not a fair fight. Narayana therefore gives him another chance to be reborn as a mighty demon with 10 heads and 20 hands. Narayana, born as a human being, will kill him again. Nontuk, in his new form, will lose the fight because of his unrestrained passion for women. I must tell you that our Ramayana or the Thai Ramayana is not the translation of Valmiki Ramayana, but it is the story based on the former with the added Buddhist belief in the evil of unrestrained or uncurbed passion called tanha in Buddhism. Ravana called Totsakan in Thai falls because of his unrestrained passion for women. In his case for Sita and also Monto, your Mandodari in the Ramayana. Tosakan is defeated and died because of his strong attachment to Sita, whom he has abducted, and for Monto, his chief queen. Our Ramayana, apart from the message of the evil of uncurbed desire and passion, the Ramayana resembles the Valmiki and other Indian Ramayana, especially at the beginning of the epic. We have the Golden Deer episode and all that, the abduction of Sita, and so on. But the version that I'm talking about is King Rama, the first version written at the Bangkok period, in the Bangkok period. And this one is a long, very long story, but fortunately with a happy ending. But this long story tries to teach so many things and add so many good and bad examples to emulate or to avoid. Tosakan, unrestrained passion for Sita, began with the abduction of Sita, like in the Ramayana. And he abducts Sita to Lanka and tries to woo her in vain. Refusing to return Sita to Rama, he asked his friends and kin to fight against Rama, and they all die in helping Tosakan. He also loses his beloved son Indrajit, who dies because of Tosakan's unrestrained passion for Sita. Towards the end of the story, Tosakan tries to perform a tapas to make himself invincible. However, when Sugriva, Hanuman, and Nilanon bring Monto in front of him and teach her, Tosakan cannot restrain his anger and can no longer carry on the tapas to become invincible. Sorry, I try to skip so that I will be in time for the thing. The importance of the Ramakien in Thailand. Although the Ramakien is not considered a sacred book like the Ramayana, it is still quite important because our kings, especially those of the Chakri dynasty, ruling Bangkok as the capital, have placed much importance to the figure of Rama, who is sacred as well as benevolent. This idea has become most pronounced in King Rama VI's reign. This king begins to call posthumously the first 5 kings of the Chakri dynasty Rama. Therefore, we have King Rama the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and now we have King Rama the 10th. Our present king is Rama the 10th. What can Ramakien teach the young and old? The Ramakien is not only an exciting story that holds the attention of readers, listeners, and audience. The Ramakien also teaches people through brotherly love, motherly love, loyalty, humbleness, on non-boastfulness, gratitude, righteousness, and many more. Formerly, it was believed that one should learn Khon at the very young age. Khon is our march play. And in the young age, in order to become a good Khon performer and true Khon artist. Mom Rajawong Khukrit Pramod, an expert in Khon, felt that university students were not too old to learn Khon, which would teach them the art of Khon as well as the morality necessary for leading a good life. So he set up what is now a Khon Thammasat troupe at Thammasat University, where he was teaching Thai civilization. It was formerly a compulsory course for the first year students. The Ramakien teaches brotherly love when Prof. Bharata refuses to accept the throne, and luck accompanies Rama to serve him during Rama's exile, as demanded by Queen Kayakesi, Yokaigeyi. Loyalty can be seen in Hanuman's behavior towards Rama at all times. Humbleness or non-boastfulness is not practiced by Jatayu, who boasts to Tosakan that nothing can kill him except Sita's ring. On hearing this, Tosakan takes the ring from Sita and throws it at Jatayu's wing, causing him to fall. That leads to his death. Thorapi, the mighty buffalo, boasts that no devatas helped him maintain his great strength. As a result, the devatas leave Thorapi and he is killed by Bali or Vali in your case. So these are just few examples that the young can learn. Not to be proud, not to feel that they are the best without any help from anybody. Another episode that can be very instructive is called The Judgment of King Marivarat. As it is well known that King Marivarat's words, especially curses, are effective, coming through in every case, Tosakan, Marivarat's grandson, goes to report to him that Rama falsely claims that he is Sita's husband, comes to attack Lanka, causing death to Tosakan's friends and kin, who help him wage the wars. King Marivarat, refusing to listen only to one side, invites Rama and Sita to defend themselves also. After listening to both sides and two witnesses, Marivarat declares Tosakan guilty and tells him to return Sita to Rama. Disobeying the judgment, Tosakan is cursed by Marivarat to eventually die of Rama's arrow. The judgment scene reminds us of the court of justice and the court procedure. It also shows that Tosakan, who wishes to harm Rama, unwittingly harms himself. This reminds us of the saying, wishing ills for others, the ills turn upon oneself. This episode is often performed and much enjoyed by the audience because this scene there are important devatas such as Indra who are present. Even the monkeys are there accompanying Rama. It is also performed outdoors as it needs a great space for the great number of performers. All these examples can teach young people or even old ones to become wiser. To sum up, the episode in the Ramayana teach good moral lessons to readers as well as entertain them. Conclusion. The Ramayana of Southeast Asian nations has gained some local character while retaining the main story from India. This aspect helps to unite the Southeast Asian nations as well as give these nations a link to India where the Ramayana originated. The Ramayana gives literary richness to the world, especially to Southeast Asia. It creates the solidarity of Southeast Asian nations through Thank you. Creates the solidarity of Southeast Asian nations through friendship among people of the same background and heritage. So I have 2 points to say that the unrestrained passion for women is bad, and Tosakan has got it, which leads to his doom, his loss in the battle. And also, the good examples found in the story are very useful to both the young and old in Thailand, and I hope everywhere in the world also. And that is why I have written a poem out of my devotion to Rama, but I cannot read it for you here because of the constraint of time. But I hope this paper will be published in full in some souvenir volume or something, and you can read it then. So, am I in time? Yeah. Well, so I have concluded already that women can be the object of passion, and for a man who cannot restrain himself, cannot restrain his desire, will fall like Ravana or Tosakan in the Thai Ramayana.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have time for one question, if there is one. If there isn't, I have one question, Professor.
Yes, please.
How is the Ramayana and Rama is still a living thing in Thailand, which as opposed to even in India, because there your king is still known as Rama. How is that viewed by young children?
Well, we already have the tradition of having kings in Thailand, and in the old times, the kings are full of authority. But later on, after the revolution, we have the king under the constitution. But still, the king can remain respected, and the people still listen to the king, though he has no legal power. But because of the long tradition of kingship in Thailand, we still listen and respect to the king. He can become a mediator, and many times we have seen that happens. You know, when politicians argued with one another and couldn't settle things in a nice way, the king will intervene, and they still respect the king, so they listen to the king, and the king helps smooth up the situation, and we can become Thailand as it is now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you so much.